Welcome to the screencast for the how-to for using Blendspace. So once you're on the Blendspace website, you can see right as soon as you access the website, it says create lessons in 5 minutes. So once again, this is going to show you just how quickly and easily you can create a lesson for your classroom. So you'll scroll down and you'll see you can organize, assess, and track your students. You can flip your classroom, project-based learning, differentiated instructions. So right on the front page, it's telling you all the benefits of using Blendspace. So we're going to log in. You do have to sign up for this. I already have a login, so I'm just going to log in real quick. When you create an account, you're going to create an account as a teacher and then have your students also create accounts, and so you'll be able to manage your classes this way. So say you're teaching 7th grade, first period, and you're a science teacher, you can add a class. And you're able to give your students this class code. So when they register, they will add this class code and they'll be added to your class, and they'll be able to see any of the lessons you have uploaded. So this is kind of your lesson dashboard. It shows you some featured lessons, but let's create a lesson. So what do you want to create a lesson about? You can also see what other teachers have created. It gives you some ideas, but here's your topic. So you can see here, you've got this 6 square grid. You can add as many rows as you would like. But from here, it really is very simple. You can drop your resource in here, add text, or add a quiz. So there's only really 3 options for each of these. But dropping your resource, that's where things get to be endless. So you'll see over here you have YouTube. So you can search YouTube, Google, Open Ed, Flickr, Ed Creations, Guru, a web page, upload your own media or file. You can insert from Dropbox, from Google Drive, or you can insert from your bookmarks. So this is where you're going to be able to access a lot of different things to put into your lesson. There are some templates of how you want to do this. So maybe you don't necessarily want to do your simple squares. You might want to do a mosaic, a grid. You can add a theme. So maybe you want to give your lesson some colors or dark. And so let's get started here. So let's see, let's give our presentation or our lesson a title. So let's see, let's give it a font, make it nice and big, maybe change the color of it. So you can see there's just some basic editing options here. Be done with that. So let's see, let's start dragging and dropping things. So let's add some images. I'm going to upload from my own files just because I already have pictures with this. And you can see that I've already kind of, from a past lesson, I already have some photos in here. But even if you wanted to add some photos, you can easily just go into your computer and choose. But I'm going to use some of these images that I already have. And the nice thing is you can really move things around. So you can just add things in and then say I want to choose some things from YouTube. Let's see if I can find my own YouTube videos. But you can see here that even just typing in Antarctica will query you some videos. Say you type in penguins, you'll get a whole nother YouTube search. So I'm gonna see if I can search my username and find my videos. So here we go actually. So I'm gonna add in penguin sliding. I'm gonna add in penguin swimming. So you can see it's very easy to add all sorts of things in here. Say I want, maybe I want a map of Antarctica so my students can see where in the world is Antarctica. So let's see, let's add, oh, I need to add a row because I've already hit my 6 images. Let's add a map in. So you can see you can add things from all sorts of different types of sources. So you can see maybe some other teachers have already done like an ed creation video or a guru learning search. So there's many different ways for you to start to add in different types of files. Maybe there's a web page you want to send your students to. You can embed that website link right into here. So now I'm going to start moving things around. So maybe I want my map. And you can add labels and descriptions and notes to these too. So maybe I want to say, penguins live in Antarctica. So my students have that note. So where is Antarctica? So you can see you can add notes and little descriptions for each of these things. And then maybe we want to say penguins move by sliding. And also by swimming. Maybe we want to say penguins live. Maybe we want to put this image first and we want to say penguins live at Palmer Station. And instead of penguins live in Antarctica, say which is in Antarctica. So now we've got kind of a progression of ideas here. And then maybe once our students have watched this, maybe we want to add a quiz at the end. So you can enter your quiz question. So you can say, where do penguins live? You're going to make sure you click off here that which one's correct. Maybe you want to add a second question. You can see you can add multiple answers. Make sure again you're clicking the correct one. And there you go. You have your mini lesson about Antarctica. So now maybe you want to play your lesson. You can see here it starts, there's your title page, and you can see penguins live at Palmer Station. You also see that there's a section for comments. So your students will be able to access yours and add comments. If you have your students make blend spaces, other students can comment on them, and you can go through and you'll see where is Antarctica exactly. You see the descriptions you've put. Here's the videos. And you're able to go through and see how your lesson progresses. So then when you get done, you're able to actually go back and here's the end where your quiz is. So where do penguins live? I think they live in New Jersey. How do penguins move? And your students are able to view the results of their class. This is obviously not going to give you any feedback since we're the only ones who have taken the quiz. And here's your lesson. You can submit, and you're able to see which ones you got right and which is wrong. So now we can view our results again. My first period class. Again, I don't think, here's quiz 1, and there's the answers. So eventually you'll be able to track as a teacher who got what right, what wrong, things such as that. Now you're done with this lesson. What do you want to do with it now? You're going to want to share it. So now you're going to share this student with your lesson, so it's going to automatically be in your first period class. You may want to change the privacy settings. Your students can work and collaborate together. So as a student, say I was a student in this case, I could add a co-author to my Blendspace. And once again, back to when you're done, you can share it. So maybe you want to embed it on your Edmodo site if you're using that, Twitter, embed it in your, say, your blogger or something, email it to a student. Facebook might not be so appropriate for your students, or a QR code. Or here's just the link. You could post it on your web page. So now your lesson is pretty much finished. You may want to go back and you may want to edit some things, but you can see there's the basics of how you add. So say I want to make sure that only people with the links and my students can see it, and what kind of resources can be copied, only public resources, simple things like that. So now you know that this lesson is shared with your first period class. And you can go home and see, here's my Antarctica, and you can track overview. You can see how many students like or dislike it, how many comments were left, maybe some students requested some help, your quizzes. This is also a great way to add students to your class. So as a teacher, you can see just how easy it is to use Blendspace and insert all sorts of different kind of things. And you can see you can go back and you can edit, and it auto saves it, which is great. Say you want to continue to add to this, or maybe you want to go back and you want to change the text in some way, or change what's in here based on student feedback. You're able to do that quick and easy. So you saw pretty much how fast I was able to go through, and I was able to add all of these resources to my lessons, and I was able to produce a lesson. I could have even produced it without any of my own graphics or videos because of all of the options you have on your toolbar over here. Blendspace is great to use in your classroom, and I have a bunch of lesson plans and different resources on how to use Blendspace in your classroom and with your students in the Technology in Your Classroom tab on my webpage.